So how does breath control work? Now, I've talked about breath support. We've talked about the 4-2-1 exercises, the HA exercises, getting your lower diaphragm to work. But what is this breath control and how does it work? Breath control is this weird mechanism. There's a couple different paths to getting breath control to work. There's the easier, it's easier to get your head around. There's one of two methods, okay? The easier way to get your head around and understand is if you squeeze your solar plexus, run your fingers down your rib cage, right to where your ribs end, to this soft spot where your stomach meets your rib cage. That's your solar plexus. If you squeeze that, you're squeezing your upper diaphragm as if someone's going to punch you. You squeeze that. That locks down the muscles just above your trachea and your subglottis. All right, this is below your vocal cords. So you take a breath in, squeeze, and you'll feel a bump right here in this little divot, right between where your rib cage stops and your neck starts. There's a little divot here. If you put your fingers here and press just kind of gently, take a breath in and squeeze your solar plexus, you'll feel a little bump. That's those muscles closing. Now, when you add this along with relaxing your vocal cords, relaxing your neck, relaxing your face, relaxing your lips, tongue, shoulders, everything from your solar plexus up, everything above your solar plexus is completely relaxed, okay? When you do this and control your airflow, now you don't have voluntary control over closing your subglottis, okay? The only way to get that to close is by squeezing this muscle or using negative pressure. I'll explain that in the next video. But the easiest way to do this, and it's physically taxing, but it's easy to understand how it works, is to squeeze your upper diaphragm, which closes your subglottis, and then you can open your subglottis at will, as much or as little as you want. So what I want you to do is take a breath, and you're going to squeeze right here, about halfway through the breath. You're going to feel right here, and feel that little bump. And once you've got that, once you've really felt that, what I want you to do is take about a half breath, squeeze here, and I want you to try to talk. I want you to try to speak normally, okay? I don't want you to do this. I don't want you to go, hey man, I'm holding my breath, now I'm gonna talk. That's not what I'm looking for, okay? That's the sound of your vocal cords trying to hold your breath and control your air, okay? I want you to control it from below your vocal cords with your subglottis. So you're going to take a breath, inhale. Now, I'm holding back my airflow. If you listen to all of my consonants, there's not a spillover. Each and every word that I say ends in a nice, clear stop. Whew. So, speaking while holding your breath is a really good exercise in learning to control your breath. Okay? One of the ways that I learned to do this really well is reading books to my daughter. When I'd put my daughter to bed, I'd read her a book at night. And I would practice actually holding back my air, holding my breath as I read aloud. And that really gave me a chance to really focus on the feeling of relaxing my neck and my vocal cords while controlling my airflow. That's the best way to really get control of this in your initial stages, is just to read aloud, speak while controlling your airflow. So I'll give you an example. This is unrestrained, uncontrolled air. When I speak like this, all of my air is spilling through my vocal cords as I speak. Now you'll hear every word that I end has a little at the end of it. There's always a spillover each time. Now I'm exaggerating, but if you pay attention to people's speech, you'll hear those little it almost sounds like they have anxiety, like they're anxious, like they're speaking too fast, because you hear that spillover and it creates the feeling of anxiety. Now, the exact opposite happens when you engage breath control. You engage breath control and speak, and suddenly there's these beautiful silences between your words. You don't have that air spillover effect. And every word, as you end it, ends perfectly silent. It's not the easiest thing in the world to get used to. That's why we do so many breathing exercises oriented around holding your breath and limiting the amount of air you have coming in, so you can learn to live without so much airflow. Now, I want you to practice this again. Now, again, if you get this kind of effect, that's tensing your vocal cords. You can relax them. While you hold your breath, you can speak completely normally, I assure you. So, it may sound counterintuitive that will work, but I assure you it really does work. And this is one of the best ways you're going to be able to amplify your sound and do anything you want with your voice. When you take away the burden of airflow, of air regulation from your vocal cords, and allow them to just do their main job of making sound, your vocal abilities are going to be astronomically better than they are without this. Okay? Now, I've shown you how to do it. We're going to continue to practice this throughout these exercises in the future. As you sing, I want you to get better and better at this. I'm going to do a couple more videos explaining some more about breath control, why it works, what it's based on, and some additional techniques, including using negative pressure or arpeggio in order to control your airflow. All right, thanks a lot.